But as the movie The Ten Commandments stated, thy people have corrupted themselves. It was war that paved the way to us being united. And we must go to war again. But this time, the war must be verbally for peace. We must stop looking at each other as black or white and see each other as humans. The Bible teaches us in Mark 12:31 that the second greatest commandment of God is to love thy neighbor as thyself. My favorite hero, Martin Luther King, once stated, "We shall overcome." We are a better country when we look more at our similarities and not our one singular difference. We should never condone what is wrong and stand up for the righteousness, no matter what or who it offends. I leave you with these words from John 14:27. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world gives its peace, that I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let them be afraid. Never be afraid to bring peace into the world filled with problems. You should always stand up for righteousness and never be afraid of the peace that God has given you. This is Reverend Rick McCain with something you should know.
Now boarding the McCain train with Reverend Rick and author Brenda McCain. They're bringing hot and powerful topics regarding relevant issues on marriage, relationships, and life-changing family topics. And they are funny, engaging, energetic, and they bring real talk that reaches beyond the walls of the church. They have been successful because they have discussed topics like, help me, I want to grow old. My addiction is hurting my relationship. Aborted but not forgotten. Living in an HIV/AIDS relationship. The hand that loves me is hurting me. So if you want to know their glory, you have to know their backstory. So get on board the McCain train and listen to the Let's Stay Together Internet Talk Show.
Director of Malcolm Williams and Great Faith, and you're listening to the Let's Stay Together show.
Hello, this is Reverend Rick McCain, and I'm with my wife, author Brenda McCain, my baby, my girl, my boo, and this is the Let's Stay Together show, and we are here and honored to be here with Terry Vaughn. And Terry, we are just so happy to have you here on the Let's Stay Together show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful.
Well, great. Tell us a little bit about your role in this movie, 72 Hours.
You're Ricky Dillon, and you're listening to the Let's Stay Together radio show.
Hello, this is Reverend Rick McCain, and I'm here with my baby, my girl, my boo, author Brenda McCain from the Let's Stay Together show, and I love my wife. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, this is an actor that I love. Mr. Harry Lennox, it is so nice to see you, sir. Thank you for being on the Let's Stay Together show.
Well, thank you, Rick. This is great, and I am honored to be with you and your beautiful wife.
Well, my question for this beautiful lady is she's very modest, and if I can give a shout out to you, because I got approval for it, because this is my girl. I'm taking it back to Levita from Steve Harvey, but I love all of her work and everything that she does. And she's a 3-time Emmy Award winner, so that's why I said she's modest, and I know you're going to bring to this movie the goodness that you brought to Debbie's little girl, because you was so good as a level-headed girlfriend that kept everything going.
She was mean.
Well, she was level-headed. She was, but I love you.
Very
so
judgmental.
You don't do mean roles. I love you.
If you would like to advertise on the Let's Stay Together Talk Show or be a sponsor, contact us at letsstaytogethertalkshow.com and call 708-713-4958. Welcome back to the Let's Stay Together Talk Show. Your next stop, the McCain train.
You are now returning to the Let's Stay Together Talk Show.
All right. Welcome back. Hey, before we go on, I want to do a shout out to Chris Bass. You may have heard, or some of you may have had some information on Facebook that he went through bypass surgery.
Brother, we're praying for the Let's Stay Together show. Me, Tracy, and Brenda, we're praying for you. We love you, man. He's like the icon around here. Awesome person. Wonderful young man. So we're praying for you and lift you up. And we, want to hear everything is okay. We know we will in Jesus' name.
Amen. But before we go on, can I do one of my 3 announcements on air?
No.
Right now?
And I go ahead.
Even though this is in a recording announcement, but I want to do it live as well. Join Adore, ADORE, to empower as they launch their global movement to empower domestic violence victims and survivors Saturday, June 27, from 6 to 9 p.m. at D. La Sports Blue. For more information, please go to their website at www.adoretoempower.org.
Didn't she sound so proper?
D. La Sports Blue. Oh, just wonderful, darling.
Yeah, she said, let's have tea and crunkets now.
And we will be having tea.
And some some tea cakes, man. Y'all got to find out about these tea cakes. They are the bomb.
I will announce it in the next segment.
Hey, speaking of tea cakes, I got to give a shout out to my boy AC Green on the AC Green Show. He's on a different station, 102.3 and 106.3. Not my big brother because I'm older than him, but one of my mentors who helped us out to get started. He had a sensational event yesterday, was just awesome. Brother was giving I don't know what happened. Y'all didn't come there. He was giving away $350 for your car payment, $1,000 for your rent payment.
$1,500, boo.
No, $1,000 for your rent payment.
No.
$1,000 for your rent payment. And $1,500 for your mortgage. That's what he gave away, Brenda. Were you not listening?
It was $800.
Oh, it was $800. Okay,
it don't matter. He was just giving money away.
But she's talking about no. Okay, so he gave away $1,000. Brenda subtract $200 from it. So.
Okay.
But one thing I do like and love about AC Green is that I won't just say whether you love him or hate him. This man is powerful. He is a man that will get information, not hold it, but get information for he could share with us to help us succeed in life. He's willing to pay someone's mortgage for a month and to pay for a car note and rent. And people, if you don't want to support, if my number rolled up, you just don't know. We would have been singing those praises.
He's been a friend of mine since high school, but if that $1,500 coming, I'm like, brother, you giving me that thing. That's paying for my mortgage.
And she was a New Faith recipient.
Yeah, New Faith Baptist Church. One of the church that we go to. We support AC Green. That's a friend of mine's. We've been high school buddies, and he don't come on at the same time we come on anyway. So
right. So stick with
everything
us.
is okay. So hey, let's get back to this subject. AC, I love you, man. Thanks for all that you do for the community. Let's get back to the subject. We were talking about the Charleston, South Carolina situation where the young man killed some people at the church, and we were talking about how he was trying to start a race war. If you're out there listening and you want to call in on Facebook, because telephone number is 312-754-4333. And we said we was going to talk about some of the whites that came to the church and decided that they wanted to support it. So basically what happened was the race war that the individual wanted, everybody's been going against. The governor of the state decides to finally take down the Confederate flag. Now, one of the things I did not know, that the Confederate flag by law has to be there. By law. They had a law instituted that flag had to be there. So they had to go by law to get it to removed. I don't know what the law is. Somebody know what the law is to help a brother out. But I read about it that by law that flag was flying in South Carolina. And so they finally decided to take it down. And the GOP, the Republican Party, returned supremacist money. Now, this is something else. The GOP is returning money. Any politician returning money is something special. But they returned the money of the white supremacist groups because they didn't want to be associated with it as well. So this thing has totally went a opposite direction of what this gentleman wanted to do. But let's talk about these people who came to the church and decided that they wanted to be a part of something unifying, or to unify with each other instead of fight against each other. Miss Brenda Faye, what you got to say over there?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Go ahead.
We don't have a war here.
I'm just calling you what your mama called you.
Well, she don't address me by Brenda Faye.
Okay, mama call her Brenda Faye. Go ahead. First time she got it. Go ahead.
But I'm kind of want to skate past me with this one because I'm having conflicted views on it. And you did say something that resonated, that all white people are not bad and all black people are not bad. It's just, I don't know, with something like this, it just bothers my soul. It's nice in a good way that it's agitated, that Caucasians are jumping on board and helping out with everything, because it could have been just, okay, our typical black leaders, we trying to make, get everything in order with this, but I'm just conflicted with it, so skate past me.
You know what, Brenda, and I know this is totally off the subject.
She needs Jesus, but go ahead.
One of my favorite commercials on TV is the Cheerios commercials. The one where you see the little biracial child with her parents.
The one that they took off?
Yes, the one that they took off. But if you've noticed, there are more and more commercials that are coming on like that.
Yeah.
And I think that even though we are still having, these race issues in 2015, that we are slowly starting to take recognition that we are all just people and not white people, black people, Asian people. We're just people. So I think that the fact that they came together was a really sincere and wonderful thing. And I don't think they came together as white people, black people. They just came together as people.
As humankind.
Yeah.
I get that.
And, and I get it. And, to be honest with you, on both sides, in this situation, you can be on both sides of the fence, because it's awesome that, you had, I think there was about over 400 people that I was reading that came to the thing talking about black folks, Black Lives Matter. And they went to the Capitol in Charleston, where the Confederate flag was hanging to shout that. It's great. My problem is that in normal society, we're still totally divided.
Yes, we are.
We have to. It has to be something like this that brings us together, and next week we won't do anything with it. Where is the progressive discussion that's saying we don't want this to happen again? Let's let this, solidarity, grow, and that it's something that changes the culture, and that, it's just not a phenomenon that we're just going to do now until the next issue happens. We're not doing that enough. We're not talking to each other enough. We're not, saying that this needs to stop. We only do it when a incident like this happens. And so even though, we go on our daily lives, I'll say something that, I wasn't going to say, but I'm a minister. You all know that. I've been a minister for, over 20 some odd years. I have a lot of people, friends and stuff like that, black, white, Latino, everything. A friend of mine's met on the bus. He gives me candy for Wrigley. And, I have a lot of people that like me, but I still can sit on the bus that goes to my job, and white women will not sit next to me if the seat is vacant. Wow. And it's as disturbing as that is, as wonderful as you see here that white people are coming to that black church, is that same white person going to sit to that black person if they're on the bus? Is that same black person going to trust that white person after this is over? That it's great that we're doing this, but it's more like we're just doing it now, and we've got to have conversations to say, we've got to stop looking at each other, like you just said, Tracy, as just black and white, and we have to look at each other as humans. And I think we're stopped doing that. We're not doing that. And that's why a lot of terrorist groups can grab our children, because they know that there's hate in the United States. There's hate against each other. And when they can gravitate that hate and make us hate against each other, then they're the winners and we're the losers.
I figured it out. Listening to the both of you guys, why I'm so conflicted is because I want something to get done about the situation, that Black Lives Matter. But the sad part is when a white person step in and something get done about it, it lessens the validity to me of it, because it's like we have to go to the white person to get heard on our issues. Like Rick was saying, right now we all come together, but what if this happened down the line a month from now? A white guy or Caucasian or whatever we want to call him, he decides, I want to kill some more black people. Well, we helped y'all 2 months ago. You know what? Y'all done played y'all card. You're on your own. It's something.